Hello, welcome again to the show. This show is more about technology, but since Dune is probably like one of the original greatest sci-fi novels, and now this updated movie version, so I thought it would be just interesting to do a review episode on this. Try my best not to give major spoilers for people who haven't watched this movie. But let's start. So yeah, watched the new latest Dune movie yesterday. Probably give this rating of 8 out of 10. So where should we start? See first, we can just start with maybe the visuals. I think the visuals of this movie are absolutely gorgeous. So the director, Denis Villeneuve, his former work includes like Blade Runner 2047 and Sicario and Arrival. So whether it's a thriller crime movie or the sci-fi movie he did, the visuals have just always been amazing, and you can see he definitely upped his game again in this latest version of Dune. I was watching this at the Alamo Draft House, and they showed some clips of the original '84 version by David Lynch. You can tell that although like Lynch was a great director, just because of the limitation of technology, a lot of the things described in the novel definitely did not translate well to the movie 40 years ago. So, for example, like the force shield they demonstrated in the movie. In this latest movie, it looks really cool. It's basically like this vibrating force shield surrounding a human body. However, in the '84 version, they have to just use some very preliminary CG skills to draw like boxes around the actor's body, so it looks just not so great, especially when people were fighting. Can't really tell who is who. You just saw two pixelated human box shapes moving around. So visuals just been great. Like especially in the desert planet where the most of the story happens. Seeing the CG just looks absolutely gorgeous, whether it's the sandworms or the all kinds of different machines they being driving in the movie. Secondly, I'd like to talk about the story and how that is being translated from the novel to the movie version in this 2021 movie. So for like extremely young people who haven't heard about Dune at all, whether it's the novel or the movie version before, they might find this movie to be kind of like a mix of all the popular elements in sci-fi. Like you get a little bit of like Star Wars from the for the desert planet and a lot of the Miyazaki movie things. They might kind of like misunderstand the relationship. Actually, Dune is the original great written novel that inspires all the future work like the Star Wars, like the Miyazaki sci-fi movies. So you probably find 90% of the elements in a Dune movie familiar, but that's because it's the movie, it's the novel that inspired everything that came after it. So if you just go in there without any preset, mind to compare this with other things, you'll just find it a lot more enjoyable. And last, I think it'll be worthwhile to talk about the performance. So this movie, they just have a lot of great talents. A lot of these people are like, recurring um um recurring actors or actresses from the previous Dennis Villeneuve movies, like Josh Brolin. Um, but also they have a lot of new added talent. Like I think my favorite part is probably Jason Momoa, who played this great sword fighter, that kind of like a big brother character in this movie. And you can see that, he definitely, when he started as just a TV show actor from the Stargate series and Game of Thrones, now he's doing just these big roles in big budget movies like the Aquaman and now this Dune movie. His acting skills have definitely been improving a lot, probably from like good to very good now. So pretty excited to see like Jason Momoa being what do in the future. If you haven't read the novel yet, so this movie it only covers the first half of the first Dune novel, so that's why it's called Part One in its title. And you have Part Two, which would just be a much bigger exhibit of all the great story arcs. So this movie is more like a setup and explanation of the history and cultural background. So definitely looking forward to the second part of this two-part movie series. I think it'll be even much better with all the talents of the actors, the producers, the director, and all the behind the scene staff. Yeah, that's pretty much it for the review of this movie. If you are interested in learning more about the Dune, whether it's the novel series or some of the other inspired work, feel free to give me a comment at this episode, or you can direct message me. Definitely very interested in doing more episodes on the Dune series. I think this just this huge, profound world where there are a lot of materials to dig. Yeah, thank you, and hope you have a good night.